After I woke up, I couldn't remember a thing. Who I was, where I was, what I was doing, nothing came back. So naturally, I decided to start a new life with my sister.
Hey! Time to get up! Come on!
Don't worry. I'm up.
Up late? Don't you have to hunt today? Don't want to leave in a rush.
I know. My sword stands between peace and chaos and all that.
You really should be careful. What would the village do without you?
You're right. It is a great responsibility. I shall take it more seriously. But first, I must eat. What have you cooked up today? Something mouth-watering, no doubt.
Well, if you like eating the same thing every day.
I would have it no other way. I kept a quiet village safe from snarling fiends. I was their lone swordsman. Day in and day out, I drove them off. Things hardly changed. However, Sophie made it tolerable. More than tolerable, in fact. She gave me a purpose. I certainly could have asked for a worse life.
So, do we get Graff's background story today? Graff has been tasked with defeating the monsters around Bosco. Talk to the villagers to find out where monster sightings have occurred. Welcome back to Mobius Final Fantasy, and, well, the start of Chapter 8, which is apparently a view into Graff's past. Things are looking grim. The fiends are closing in. Do not worry. I shall make quick work of them. Where were they sighted? They're attacking from two places. The abandoned part of the village and the fields. Our very livelihoods are in danger. If the fields are ravaged from their soul, we won't have food to eat or herbs to make medicine. You have to get rid of him. You're the only one who can. I know. Do not worry. I shall perform my duty. It is my lot after all. First here, right? Tankets. New foes known as Tankets have made their appearance. They boast incredibly high defense and use the Wall 2 effect. Their attack gets more ferocious as their HP drops, so break them, make sure they have no opportunity to strike back. Okay.
Don't resist! Too slow! Here! Ah! Oh! fiends have grown bolder as of late. Very well, I shall have to exterminate them to the very last. The Dark Flood stole away my memories, but my skill with a sword remained. It seemed only natural to use that skill to protect my sister and the other villagers. I did so willingly and without complaints. Not everyone felt the same, however.
That Graff walks around like he owns us, just because he knows how to use a sword.
Shut it. Or do you want him to hear? Who else is gonna keep the fiends at bay for us? Do you want to take your shovel and do it? I sure don't.
Am I a protector or a guard dog?
Who knows?
Fire from the heavens! How's this? Meet your end. You're open. Meet your end. Too slow.
Okay. Die. And then never tank it. Oh, a big one.
Don't resist. I promise your death shall not be in vain.
While I was more than content to drive the fiends off on my own, there was a limit to what one man could accomplish. More than once, I attempted to propose a better way.
What? You're asking for our help?
We've already been through this.
We can achieve much more together than I can alone. We can keep the village safe.
That's easy for you to say. You enjoy fighting those things. Not us. We're not like you.
We wouldn't stand a chance. We'd be nothing but fodder.
You would be safe, I assure you. Only I would be in danger. I shall teach you how to fight as well, if the need ever arises.
Well, let us think about it.
I have fields that need tending to. See you.
Try as I might, the villagers would not lend an ear to my pleas. I continued to fight alone. Perhaps my lack of charisma was to blame. Perhaps.
Okay. We already know this won't end well.
Meet your end. Don't resist. Meet your end.
But I noticed once again that Graff's story here is very similar to Matthäus's one, with the exception that Matthäus had the others, Jake and Eve and Kay,
Rise to the
and
heavens
that might have
and
made all the
rest eternal.
difference.
slow. Meet your end. You're open.
Your sins have now been forgiven. I was the only one in the village who could fight, so I was the only one in the village who did. I was useful as long as I kept killing. I tolerated it to protect those I held dear.
Stand up for yourself. Say something. They sit around while you're out here risking your life, and they have the gall to say those things about you?
Well, I cannot say I am happy with the way I am treated. However, if I do not protect our home, no one else will.
And I'm grateful for it, even if they aren't. But what if something happens? We'll be defenseless, and I'll be alone.
I have offered to teach the others to fight. They will not listen. I do not know how to get through to them. I would not dare force them to take up arms. If my words cannot convince them, perhaps my deeds can.
Yeah, not just yours, but ours. Let's defend the village together. I'll be your trainee.
You know, that is not a terrible idea. I am sure you will be teaching me before long. Very well, but follow my lead, and allow me to do the fighting.
But that's what you always do. You're gonna tire yourself out eventually. If things get hairy, I'm gonna fight too.
First lesson, know your limits and stay safe.
There you are, finally! The fiends, they're everywhere!
What?
Don't just stand there! Go!
I will.
Sophie! Wake up! Sophie!
No.
You were too late, as always.
Well, you were off pretending to be a hero. The fiend snuck in right under your nose.
You left us defenseless, but your sister thought she could help, and she died for her troubles.
Foolishness runs in the family.
What?
It's a shame she lacked any sense. If she had hid, she might still be alive.
But instead, she faced the fiends alone. Brave, but stupid.
Alone? You coward in your hovels?
Watched as she gave her life for yours?
We didn't make her fight. She chose to throw her life away. Good riddance!
Say that again!
You didn't hear me? She threw her life away. Like the half-wit she was.
If you had gotten here in time, she would still be here. You killed her as much as the fiends did.
Who do you think you're protecting? You're only good for killing.
Kill! Kill!
It's a dream.
Kill!
No. This is not real. These are not my memories. Someone did die that day, but not this Sophie. After I woke up, I couldn't remember a thing. So naturally, I decided to start a new life with my sister. My sister was her. The only Sophie was this one. And I failed to protect her. I blamed myself, and I buried my guilt in bloodshed. In that sea of misery, the runes became my only comfort. I took my memories of my dead sister and ascribed them to a girl in the rune's visions. I even named her Sophie. I set out to find her, to find an illusion. It would seem that is all everything ever was. No more. My endless pursuit of the runes must come to an end. I shall no longer humor their deception.
I wonder if we for a moment assume Graff is right that he named her, but we know Sophie is a real person, if he actually named her because before those two met in the room, Sophie never had a name given to us. Maybe she really did not have a name. And none of the people in her original village had. That he gave her an identity. Wouldn't that be interesting? You have entered the bewildering woodlands in less than perfect state of body. In this area you are unable to heal and will lose HP each turn. Grit your teeth and bear the pain as you attempt to escape from these haunted lands. Nullify recovery, bleeding out, null wall. So you can't get fake hit points. I guess this is why this chapter was named the Feast of Despair.
Oh!
Ow. Ow.
How's this? Here! Ice cuts deep as any blade!
Until nothing remains!
Meet your end! The light of judgment!
Ow.
Be overwhelmed with splendor! You are weak! Meet your end! Face the fires of judgment! Fire from the heavens! can both take pleasure in a battle well fought.
Illusions end. Oh man. A young girl resembling your sister rests here.
Burn with grace! Show me what you've got! Don't resist! You are weak! You're open!
Oh man.
Show me your dark side.
The flames spark! The light of judgment! Don't resist! How's this? Meet your end! Don't resist! How's this? Don't resist! You're open!
Impossible.
Where have you been, brother?
You're not real.
You're giving up on me, just like that. After you called me Sophie. After you made me Sophie. I didn't ask for that.
In the runes, I made you into Sophie, my beloved sister. However, that story is over. I have no more need of it.
I see. But if there's no more need for your story, there's no need for you.
If that is how this saga must conclude, then so be it.
After you called me Sophie. After you made me Sophie. I didn't ask for that.
Be
You're
proud,
giving up
and
on
you'll
me,
face defeat
just
by
like
my
that.
hand.
How could you? There's no need for you. Where have you been, brother? How could you?
Okay, it's Echoes. I know you are responsible. This is mean.
Where have you been, brother? You called me Sophie. After you made me Sophie. I didn't ask for that.
Meet your end!
you're giving up on me.
Your sins have now been forgiven.
How could you?
I'm sorry.
The Warrior of Despair.
To think you would cut down your own sister so readily. Even though she was but an illusion, it is clear your bloodlust knows no bounds. And you are? I am you, and you, well, are me. So do not deny it, for I know you. I know how you felt when striking the fatal blow. You were ecstatic. You wanted more. You wanted to rage, to wound, to hurt, to kill. No other feeling comes close, and you know it.
I will pay no heed to the words of a phantom. The runes have no place in this world, and neither do you.
Then remove me from this world with your own hands. What is one more person's blood on them? For even if I am but an apparition, the path that led you here is paved with the bodies of enemy and friend alike. This ends now.
Okay.
Scream while you can!
It was a base Graff skill, right?
Darkness swells! Answer for your sins! May your death nourish the earth. You laugh? I am overjoyed. Such strength. You have shown me what you are capable of. What I am capable of.
No, you are a feeble imitation.
If I am so feeble, then finish me.
Are you so eager to die?
Eager.
More than you can know. Then today will be disappointing.
Such kindness. Kindness that deserves its just rewards. You have a soft heart.
But that is not who we are. You really should learn to be yourself.
You owe it to all of us. Accept it, and let your true nature take hold.
No, I'll never.
Mind control?